Hello and welcome to Tea with Charlie PW.
I'm Charlie PW. Woo!
So today we're going to interview Charlie on two jobs because he has two jobs. So the first job, what is your first job?
So first job is as a retail manager for Echo, a shoe company.
Okay, so when did you start this job?
Started late 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, late 2018.
And when you started, it was not as a managerial role?
Yeah, no, when I started, it was just as a casual. I think, what was it? What year are we in now? Started last year, so 2021 is when I started as manager.
Nice. So currently, what are your work hours like?
Well, it's being manager, it's full time, so yeah, Tuesday to Saturday for the full day. So like 40 hours a week.
Yeah. And is the pay decent? If you're willing to say how much, you might not. I mean, obviously, sometimes contractual obligations, so on and so forth.
Contractually, I'm not actually allowed to. Just say, as a manager, I would have expected it would have been a little bit more, but it's not bad.
Fair enough. So I guess what do you do in your role as a manager at a shoe company?
I mean, because it's retail setting, it's like day-to-day interacting with customers, serving customers, getting them to try on the shoes, the sale process. But being a manager, also have to then manage my team to make sure they're then doing everything they can to get what they can out of the day and make sure that as a company we are succeeding.
Nice.
Doesn't always happen, but all we can do is try.
So what do you like about your job?
My team is fantastic. Mm-hmm. They're probably one of the better parts of it. The shoes are actually fantastic as well, to be honest. Some of the, not a plug, but some of the best shoes that I have actually worn. Because I get to meet so many different people in a retail setting. I guess that's good too. Getting to, meet all the different people I can.
Socialise a bit.
Yeah. Can also be, of course, the worst part as well, depending on the customer. But anyone that's worked in retail before knows exactly what I'm talking about.
So I guess that kind of leads into the next question of what do you dislike about your job?
The customers. Not all of them.
Just some?
But a portion of them. Although recently they've actually been pretty good. Because I think coming out of lockdowns and stuff because of COVID, a lot of the people that have actually been coming out shopping are actually people that need to be shopping for something. So they're nicer because they're actually there for what they need. Not the other people. You know who you are.
What is the worst experience you've ever had in your job?
Ooh. Is actually a tough one. There's been a few bad customers. I think, though, the worst one didn't actually happen to me. It happened to a member of my team before I was actually manager, so I guess it really didn't have any effect on me really at all. But she actually had a customer throw a shoe at her head.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Was there a reason for this? Just because?
Just because I don't even actually know. I don't think my team member knows to this day really why they did it either.
I assume it was one of your company's shoes, presumably.
Yeah, I think it was either like a shoe from display or something. Because the shoes we sell can be pretty expensive. I'm guessing it was probably a more expensive version of the same shoe the customer tried, and they didn't want to actually pay that much, so they just threw the more expensive shoe at my team member. But I'm only speculating here, so...
Yeah, usually I would just be like, okay, thank you, goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, I'll think about it. I don't, but I'll leave.
Yeah, see, that's what a normal sane person does, but apparently not everyone. Some people like to throw things.
Yeah.
Throw a literal hissy fit.
Well, at least it didn't happen to you.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately for your team member.
My team member, she was apparently very calm during the whole thing. I would have blown my top. There's no two ways about it.
So don't mess with the manager at Echo Shoes.
I feel good patience up until a point. That point being things being thrown around.
Yeah, fair.
Which I feel like that would be most people's breaking point, to be honest.
What's your best experience as opposed to that one?
Yeah, probably not. I wouldn't be able to say a specific time, but there's just some customers that you get that are just so genuinely nice and appreciative of the help and service you give them.
Yep.
That like they can just make your day, even if you've just had a customer throw a shoe at your head.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think just any of the customers out there that are really nice to the retail staff, just keep doing what you're doing. Be nice. We're all people.
Always helpful to be nice to people that are working in different industries.
Yeah.
Or just people in general. It doesn't have to be working people.
Yeah. Just
be
a
nice.
Decent person. I think is the moral of today.
So I guess with all that being said, do you enjoy your job?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. I don't think since I've been working with Echo, there's been a single point where I've like dreaded going into work.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. My last job before Echo was like that, and I think I did like a week of the dreading going into work, and then I quit. So
fair. There's no use dreading going into work.
Nah. Like, you're going to be less productive for the people running the business, which is then going to obviously reflect poorly on yourself. So,
is the current job you are in the job you have always wanted to do?
Oh yes, I've always dreamed of being a store manager for a shoe company. No, it's not.
Well, some people do, I guess. Maybe dream of doing.
No, that's definitely true. So if that has been your dreams, don't. Yeah, I don't want to make fun of you for it. But it hasn't been my dream.
Yeah.
No, my dream job has definitely flip-flopped around a lot.
Okay.
Was acting, and it went to dancing, but now it's currently on photography. So
yes, I feel like I've known you through all three of those.
Yeah. No, 'cause, I think at school it was I'm going to be an actor, big famous actor right here, future of acting.
Then went and studied dance.
Then went and studied dance. And that was all downhill from there.
So, moving on to the next job that you do kind of as more of a side job. What is that exactly?
Yeah, so, photography being the goal, I'm actually working as a freelance photographer at the moment as well. So I do have my own little business that I do on the side of then the store managing, which don't really put as much time towards it as I would like.
Yeah.
Because honestly, running a store full time takes up a lot of time.
Yes.
Especially as on my days off, do occasionally get honestly contacted by my team for questions on approvals for helping customers or whatever. So it makes it a little bit tricky. But yeah, so photography.
Yeah. So when did you first start doing photography, both as like just starting out, I guess, and then as a proper, I want to try and earn money from this?
Yeah. So I started doing it in my second year of studying dance. Which, at that point it definitely was very much sort of just hobby based to begin with. But by the end of that year of studying, I knew that I was wanting to probably pursue it as a bit more of a career. And I think that was in 2017.
Yeah. Don't look at me. I'm 100% sure.
To be
It
honest,
sounds about right.
The past like 5-6 years all feel like 1 or 2 years, so it's hard to remember when anything happened.
Yes. So, I guess with that, what do you like about photography?
Love capturing moments, I think. Because, I mean, yeah, that being said, the past 5-6 years has like flown by like that.
Yeah.
So when you can then capture specific moments in time that you can then actually look back on. And part of the passion for it actually came through doing dance photography as well.
Okay.
So do actually love capturing like mid-air movements of say dance or something, which when you look at a photo of it, it looks like it's something that is impossible or it has to be photoshopped, or there's no way that someone could have actually done that.
Yeah, nice.
But then it is actually real.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I guess that kind of answered my next question in a way that I was going to ask about what sort of moments do you like capturing? Would you say that's your favourite sort of moments?
Yeah. Not wanting to sound like pompous photography sort of stuff, but real moments would be the real and impossible moments are the moments I like to capture the most, I think. Because like flips through the air are fantastic, but also then just capturing like the look in someone's eye, where the whole reel, like a picture or image can say 1,000 words.
Yeah.
That like moment in someone's eye where it's like, oh yeah, there's a lot going on behind that.
Is there something you dislike about it though? Even though I guess there's a fair few things you do like. Have you found?
I mean, I've been doing it for a few years now, but I would still say I'm quite new to the industry.
Yeah.
Not doing it full time for multiple years. A lot of the, I'd say, stigma around how some photographers interact with other photographers, and then how you then have to interact with models and how they then interact with you. It's a whole thing. For anyone that hasn't experienced it. And I think that is definitely an area of the industry that really needs work.
I guess even though you haven't maybe had a whole heap of experience within it, have you had a worst moment?
I don't think I have, actually.
That's good.
Yeah. No,
It's always good.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have.
Right. Well, I guess, have you had a best moment? Or not yet, either?
I think best moments would actually probably be all of the shoots I've done. And people's then reactions to seeing their photos, because worked with a few people that haven't really done any modeling before. Like, they've just been like people I've known, and I've been like, hey, want to do a shoot? And because they haven't really done any of it before, they haven't really known what they've then sort of looked like in front of the camera. So when they've then gone and seen the images, they're like, oh, that actually looks really good.
Yeah.
It's probably those sort of moments,
Yeah,
I would
that's
say.
really good. And I think it's even better in some ways, I think, working with people probably that, you know, don't have that sort of experience in a way, just in terms of their reactions, I think, would probably...
Yeah, I think I definitely agree. I think I actually probably prefer working with other people that are newer to the industry, sort of similar to I am, because it's very much then everyone learning together at the same time about what's happening. But I think you also get back on the type of images I like to capture as well, the genuine, real images. You get that a lot more with people that haven't practiced different poses for every occasion.
So you would say you enjoy this as a job?
Yeah. Like, I actually just thought of a worst.
Okay, well, we can go into the worst if you want.
Well, because shows that the previous job I was mentioning that I worked before working for the shoe company was actually at a photography studio. And shows how horrible of an experience it was, because I completely blocked from my mind about it. Horrible. So most of the days there would have to be the most horrible experience. But what was the original question? Sorry.
Do you enjoy your job?
Yes, I do. I enjoy it much more now that I'm doing it for myself instead of the other people who I won't name
won't chuck under the bus.
Yeah, because, you know, professional courtesy and all of that sort of shit. But don't work for them.
Just read the eyes and maybe you'll figure out the place. I guess, yet again, would you say this is the job you've always wanted to do? I guess it's somewhat. It's one you want to do.
Somewhat, yeah. Definitely one I want to do. I haven't always wanted to do it though, so I think I'm going to have to say no, it's not what I've always wanted to do. It's just the newest thing I've wanted to do. Because I think life's too short to stick to one thing from when you're 8 or 10 or in high school, and they're like, what do you want to do when you're older? And it's like, well, I'm 15. How am I supposed to know?
Exactly.
So yeah, I think variety's the spice of life, and it should be the same for everything you do in life. So,
well, in order, I guess, to plug your photography, do you have a website or any social media?
So it's CJPW Photography. So that you can Google that and it should show up the website. Otherwise, Instagram.
I will link them in the description down below. So I will link every...
Should know what it is off the top of my head.
Social media.
So Instagram's then cjpw.photography.
Yeah, and if
There's one that's _photography, but that's not me. Someone that I don't think even posts on their page, so...
Okay, so just don't follow the other one. I will link it, so just click the links and follow those instead. You want to do photography as a job at this current moment in your life.
At this current moment in life. Who knows if that's what it will be in 3-4 years. Did contemplate architecture, actually.
Oh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But it requires like 3-4 years of study, and not sure I'm ready to go back to study yet.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah. We'll do this again and it'll be, now I'm an architect.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll keep giving me content, so that's all that matters.
Yes. So you have to fall back on me for content. Again, then.
Yeah. So I guess how long have you actually wanted to do photography? So since 2017, you said, was it?
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah.
One of my mum's old partners, he actually did photography as a hobby, and I did sort of learn a bit from him doing that. And like whenever he got his camera out, I was always happy to go along and like have a go as well. So it probably sort of started a little bit earlier than I sort of thought, but happened more fully, I guess, in 2017. Yeah.
Would you say that's why you wanted to get into photography? That first being able to use his camera or him taking photos, or?
I don't think that did it. I think because where I studied dance, it was only in its like first couple of years of the school being open. So the business owners were actually like doing all the marketing and getting all the photos and that of what they do themselves.
Yep.
So I think I'm being exposed to that sort of then elevated the desire to have a go at it.
So I guess, is there anything you want to let people know about, say, the first job of being in a manager role? Is there any sort of tips you want to give people, or that might be wanting to get into that sort of job?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, if you're working for a business as a casual or part-time or something, and you're thinking that you might want to step up into some management role, I guess just speak to the business, and if there's a job opportunity, or they want to see you sort of step up and become better before then giving you the role. That's what happened with me. So they didn't just pick my name out of a hat from the team that worked at the store and was like, okay, you're now manager. I had to be like, I would like to step into a management role, and just panned out relatively well. That the manager we had ended up leaving, so I was then actually able to just then become manager of the store I was then familiar with. So right. Just speak to the company you work with. I'm sure they're most businesses will want to usually, I believe, want to promote from within, because they obviously know your work ethic already. So just ask. Never hurts to ask. So
there's nothing really bad that can happen from it. You just might get told no, and then you no harm done, really.
Yeah.
Then at least you know.
Yeah. Or if there's no position currently available and they're like, sorry, we can't at the moment, then who knows, 6 months down the track, a year, they might be like, hey, we've actually we're opening a new store, or we're opening something, or someone just left. Do you want to step into the role? And it's like, perfect.
For photography, do you have any tips or anything about getting into photography as a job or even a hobby? What?
Yeah. You don't need the newest equipment. It's very expensive and generally a lot of the cheaper stuff works just as well. Yeah, it is an expensive hobby or thing just based off of equipment. Yeah, you spend some bit more money on like a good lens or a good couple of lenses, and then you can just grab a simpler camera. Camera I work with is a Canon 5D Mark II, which came out in like 2008, so it's 12 years old. Is that right? No.
We're in 2022. Sorry, you're 2 years behind. It's all good.
Yeah. Anyway, it's old, but it works great. So, yeah, just get an older camera that's, I think I paid $700 for it. So, still on the higher price point, possibly if you're starting out. But, yeah.
It's just definitely worth looking around too and just shopping around. And I found, for me, even just for filming and stuff like that, looking up reviews is always a useful thing.
Yeah, reviews is always good. Can always be good to get a nice, super cheap entry-level camera anyway, because then if turns out you're maybe not as passionate about it as you thought, then at least you haven't shelled out like $2,000 to $4,000 on a brand new state-of-the-art camera.
Yeah.
Which you don't actually really need.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to Tea With. I hope you enjoyed your little interview.
Yeah,
and
it's been good fun.
I hope you all did too. I will link everything that all Charlie's social media profiles and websites in the description, and I guess I'll also link Echo's shoes down below too. May as well.
Can do. There we go. Now we got an Echo shoe in the video.
So
plug it.
Yep, check it out. Check it out. So thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
That's all right. All right. See you guys.